Ready? All right, make it quick. Welcome to Lawndale High School, home of the Cardinal Nest, where the Lawndale Cardinals have jumped to the Ocean League, and their first home game is going to be the Culver City Centaurs. Good evening, everybody. Along with Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers, and the Cardinals have well, it should be a tough game tonight.
Well, it should be. They're a two-time defending league champion, except that was in another league. This is their first walk through the Ocean League, but they've got high expectations, and it should be good. They're on their home floor. Our first chance to see them here in the Cardinals' nest.
That's right. The Centaurs were depleted. They lost 12 seniors. How will they stack up against the Cardinals, Tamara Lata?
Well, they just need to try to slow down the pace a little. We're dealing with a young team, but I talked to the coach before the game, and he said his kids work very hard, they play hard, and they love each other. And this is one of the biggest road games, and he said his team is ready, and he thinks they have a chance to win this ball game tonight.
All right, Tamara's going to be covering the Centaurs. That's saying something because Harvard Westlake and Mater Dei were on the preseason schedule for Culver City. What about these Cardinals? Think they're going to have a hangover because of that big win against Gar?
Well, I don't think they will. I think they have high expectations. Their fans have high expectations. But as you mentioned, the Centaurs come in, as their coach said, with no fear. But let's face it, this Cardinal team is a team to be feared.
That's right. And Karen Bright's going to be covering the Cardinals tonight. How are they after that Gar game?
Coach Brownlee told me that Gar was a real wake-up call for his team. It taught him how they have to play with consistency and a lot of intensity for the entire game if they want to do well later in the season. They're looking at this game tonight as a tune-up for Friday's big game against Santa Monica.
Tip-offs coming up next.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and you're losing your Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
They're introducing the Culver City Centaurs right now, 7-9 overall, 0-1 on the road. DeRay Thompson, Ben Arena, Isaiah Njoku, Kyle Johnson, and Malik McClin will start for head coach Adam Eskridge in his second year, 25-38. And now here are the Lawndale Cardinals. And first off the bench is 0, TJ Johnson, a 6-foot senior. Number 1 of the forwards, Broderick's Buda Jones, a 6'10 senior, headed for San Diego State. And the big man off of, going to be the center for USC next year, is 6'10, Semezi Matu wearing number 4. And number 24, the heartthrob, Delano Beckles, 6'2", 180-pound senior. And the other wing, number 25, Chris White, a 6'3 senior. Head coach Chris Brownlee in his third season, 51-19, and his assistant coach is Johnny Parker. And now, let's all take off our hats and rise as Karina Estrada will sing our national anthem. And Karina Estrada will be singing. And there she is. She should be accompanied by the band.
Let's begin.
Twilight last week.
Now that's a stirring rendition right there, Lou.
Certainly is, Rufus. Boy, I tell you, if that doesn't get the hair up on the back of your neck, get ready for a ball game, I don't know what does. Karina Estrada. And she did that a cappella.
That was excellent.
Sure was. Yeah. And we're hoping for an excellent ball game tonight, too. It'll be Buddha Jones jumping against Ben Arena. Poor old Ben's only 6'3". He doesn't look down to too many people, or doesn't look up to too many people, but there's Buddha Jones and Shemezi Matu, both allegedly 6'10". I think they grew since before the ink dry on this roster.
Exactly.
Buddha Jones tips it, but it's taken by Arena, and we're underway. The Ocean League underway here at the Cardinals' nest.
And that seemed like a set play on the tip, however, they didn't fully execute it.
Kyle Johnson passes it over to Njoku, now over to Thompson, and going to be a foul on T.J. Johnson, just basically being in the way. His first personal, first team foul. There you see T.J. Well, actually, that was a turnover. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's a turnover because the ball handler fell down. Thompson slipped and fell down. Here comes the alley-oop to Jones, and he hits it off the glass for the first two. And the ball got away, so our officials, Mark Harvey and Mike Morris, say we need to get this. Oh, Shemezi just missed that one as there was a turnover for the Centaurs on the inbound. White with it. Pump faked and then may have been run into from behind by Kyle Johnson. Actually, no, he stepped on the end line. Sorry about that. So it's turned over to the Centaurs. Now you see him slipping on the floor. So even Chris Brownlee, Rufus, admitted that the floor is not up to standards, and that's why this is their first home game, because he didn't want to have any games here prior to this.
Really? The floor conditions?
The floor condition. That's what he just told us before the ball game. So the ball is inbounded by Johnson, taken by Njoku. The two captains on this Centaur team, losing 12 seniors last year, and a couple of big guys. Shot by Johnson goes off the mark. Rebound is taken by the Cardinals, and back they come with 6:49 left in the first quarter. Glad you joined us on City TV. The Cardinal Spirit Squad, you can hear them chirping right over Rufus's shoulder. 3-point shot won't go down. Rebound is up. Slammed home by Shemezi. So the two biggins getting the first two buckets for Lawndale with 6:25 left in the first. Thompson from the free throw line won't go down. Rebound is off to Beckles. Delano.
You know, we talked about it the last time, Luke. I mean, this team is just so deep at every position that it's unbelievable.
White from the top of the key for three, in and out. Rebound is off to Johnson, and back come the Centaurs on the break. Lays it up, protect, and one. So Kyle Johnson doing a good job on the fast break, earned himself a chance at the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and the first foul of the game goes to Chris White. There we saw Chris Brownlee as the free throw is in.
Now some pressure being applied, and another basket scored by Kyle Johnson.
So he has all five of Culver City's points, and yet they're not afraid at all of these big bad Cardinals.
And that was one of the things that Coach Estra said when we spoke to him, that the coaches were more fearful than is the team.
Well, no one inside for the Cardinals on the rebound, so it's picked up by Arena, and back comes Njoku. Isaiah Njoku wheels it around. Now Johnson has it back to Isaiah. Being guarded by Delano. Mismatch now. And up and under. Won't go down. Good try by Johnson, who's obviously, at least so far, looks like their best player. Hot potato underneath, and Chris White couldn't handle it. Out of bounds, turned over to Culver City.
And Chris would appreciate if you indicate that was DeAndre Snedeker that couldn't handle it, who came in number 22.
All right. So Johnson has it. Now over to Thompson. Bounce pass to Njoku. Won't go down. Rebound is off and taken by Delano. Beckles with it. Slowly comes up and gets it to Pinkard. Quincy Pinkard also in the ball game. Or actually, no, that's a TJ Johnson.
And one of the reasons that DeAndre is in there is because early rest being given to Chimizu Mitu. And the last time when they were on this end, Chimizu was a little slow getting back, not from lack of effort, but in fact, I think he may have, suffered some type of injury or something that slowed him down, and Coach Brownlee took him out to give him a chance to gather himself.
DeRay Thompson blew the layup, and here come the Cardinals, and TJ Johnson, no! Snedeker comes out of the rafters to put it back and get the lead back for the Cardinals.
And that's what they teach at every level, is to follow the play.
Yeah, but from up top. Ball is stolen. Bounce pass to Delano. He's fouled by Malik McClin. It'll be his first personal. First team foul. Nice pass by Pinkard, a bounce pass. And Delano Beckles will go to the line to shoot two. To check that. Yep. So Beckles, even Rolando, the ultimate compliment you can get is not from your coach, Chris Brownlee, or Johnny Parker, the assistant coach, but your older brother.
Right.
If he gives you, there's Fred Bird. Wait a minute, that's not Fred Bird. Kerry Cardinal.
Gets the drop there. Could be Terry Cardinal. You never know who's under there.
That's right. So 1 point for Delano. And a 2-point lead and a miss.
No, basket scored by McClin.
So McClin.
So right now in the early going with 3:40 left, you're right, this Centaur team, they're playing a two-time defending league champion toe-to-toe.
That's right, and they're playing a zone defense right now. Snedeker with it, a long two, won't go down, rebound tipped and taken by Quincy Pinkard.
Not a good-looking shot there, really off balance for DeAndre.
Going a little small are the Cardinals right now. Nice pass underneath, and a putback up and in by Quincy Pinkard for his first bucket of the game. 2-point Cardinal lead with 3 minutes left to go in the first. And Njoku drives, stops.
Let's see, is that a
and
travel?
And that's a tough call.
The back foot on the stop, and now we see a couple of subs coming in. In fact, for the Lawndale Cardinals, both Chimizu started player of the game and the defending tip of the hat award winner, Brandon Newman.
He told me he wants to get it again tonight. Johnson gets Semezi up in the air, and right away, Semezi commits his first foul.
And you can see that one coming, Lou. The moment he left his feet, you could almost mark it down that it was going to be a foul.
First one bounces around and finds the bottom. So 6 points for Kyle, a 6'2" senior.
Second one no good. They come the other way. Now you've got Brandon Newman. You got a two-point guard offense right now by the Cardinals with Tedrick Jones and Brandon Newman.
Newman with it, dumps it down low to Matu, and that length saved the ball. McClin, though, gets the steal, but no turnover as the Cardinals get it back. Running jumper won't go anywhere, misses everything by TJ, and back come the Centaurs. And maybe a reach-in or a loose ball foul. It's going to be on TJ. A reach-in. His first personal, third team foul. It'll be out of bounds underneath Culver City's basket. And a 5-second violation. Got to get it in before the official over there counts to 5.
So that's good defensive effort by the Lawndale Cardinals on that play.
Here comes the point guard.
Oh!
And missed the slam. Kyle Johnson throws it away again. Let's see if he gets it this time. With the cherry on top. Timeout. 2:04 left in the first quarter. And Adam Eskridge had seen enough.
And the credit goes on the assist. Let's see if we can see the assist on that play. Yeah, that was Quincy Pinkert, number 2, who, you know, gave up a play for himself to get his big man going. He saw him having missed the last one, and he knows, and as this whole team and the fan base knows, so goes Chamizi, so goes the Cardinals. And there you go. That's a nice look. And wisely, Tyler Nakamoto decides, you know what? My best bet is just to get out the way.
Just be a fan. I got the best seat in the house.
Exactly.
I'm
going to get to watch this from 2 feet away. Yeah.
So timeout with 2:04. And Adam Eskridge is, well, here comes Thompson. Gets the inbound pass on the run. Won't go down. Shemezi tips it, but Thompson gets it back. Look out. A foul underneath. Now, who are they going to get? Pinkert or Shemezi?
That should be Pinkert. And it does. That's Mike Morris, the official who makes the call, and the foul goes on Quincy Pinkert.
I'll tell you what, Rufus, these Centaurs are forcing the action underneath, but they have to capitalize on their foul shots.
That's DeRay Thompson at the line. Makes 1 out of 2.
Also in the ball game for the Centaurs is Tyler Nakamoto. Pinkert gets it to Shemezi in the corner.
Now they're running a 3-guard offense combination with regard to Beckles, Newman, and Pinkert, if you ask me.
Thompson gets the rebound for Culver City, gets it to Nakamoto, back to Thompson, will go down. Shemezi with the rebound, doesn't have a block shot yet. Brandon Newman slows it down. Shemezi almost had the pass knocked away. It's getting rough out there now. Newman with the 3-point set shot, that won't go. And the rebound is put up, and that didn't go down for Snedeker. And the rebound comes off to Nakamoto.
And even without Broderick Jones on the floor, Lawndale has a height advantage at almost every position.
Here comes Johnson, puts it up. That didn't go down. Shemezi with the rebound. And back comes Newman with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Shemezi with a bounce, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Okay. If there's a 2-4 out there.
Well, 2-5. How about
2-5.
that?
Okay, that's close enough.
Malik McClin for his second personal. Only the second team foul. Shemezi off the front of the iron. Yeah, his future team's hosting USC tonight. And then you saw with the shaved head, Coach Adam Eskridge. He coached under one of John Wooden's 3-time championship players, John Chapman. And the free throw goes in on the second try.
Whoa, and that's a throwaway, so that's going to be Cardinal basketball on the end line. Unforced error committed by the Centaurs.
That's their 5th turnover. Newman has it. Snedeker now to Pinkert underneath to Matu, and 1. That's how they should be doing it all night long.
That foul goes on number 15. That's Kyle Johnson.
his first and the team's third. Shemezi with a chance for the old-fashioned three and can't make it.
And that's the second time in his 3 attempts that he hit the front of the rim, just a little short.
7 points for Shemezi. The shot clock and game clock are virtually the same at 20 seconds. About a half a second more on the game clock.
So if you're the Centaurs, you have but one strategy, and that is you'll want to run this all the way out and not give them another shot. But boy, they attack the basket with 10 seconds left, and they draw a foul, and it's going to be key now to see who this one's on.
Newman.
Okay.
That was easy to call. So Newman gets his first, 5th team foul, and Nakamoto knocks it down. Ben Arena comes back in for DeRay Thompson. I'm sorry, did I really say that? See if he can knock down this. Nope, it's too short. Newman with the rebound. 7 seconds left. Shemezi for 3. Off the iron to Snedeker. Can't get the bunny to go down in the hole. And time runs out in the first quarter. And a 4-point Cardinal lead over the Centaurs. So Lawndale just 1.25 points, 1.4 points under their average, and same thing for the Centaurs.
Took them a moment to get their feet under them, Lou. You got to say that this Centaur team really challenged them in the early going. At one point, it was a 7-7 tie. Looks like we may have Karen's right ready, so let's go down to Karen.
Rufus, this energy that we're seeing here tonight from the Cardinals isn't a surprise to Chimezi and Broderick. When I talked to them at practice yesterday, they said it's an area that the team's really been working on, and that on Saturday when they played against Gar, something clicked and the team has been able to play together a lot better, and we're seeing it translate to tonight. Back to you. All
right, thanks, Karen. She will be covering the Centaurs, and she's wearing her Culver City Blue sweater. I don't know if she planned that or not. Also, Adam Eskridge is a Culver City boy, born and bred. You know, his dad he owns the Culver City Flower Shop on Washington Boulevard, or owned.
Okay.
I went there a couple of times before a date.
That's a good piece of information.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for a deal somewhere.
Well, I hope you don't hear the story about how my dates treated those flowers. Oh, Shemezi treats that ball like my girlfriend's treated those flowers.
And give the assist to Brandon Newman on the play, who penetrated and dished. So, and now we got another turnover forced by the Cardinals.
Delano gets fouled. He'll get 2 at the line.
Draws the charge on Charles Williams. And again, that's what you do. You just take it to the rim.
So Delano Beckles doing a good job this year, Rufus. Makes the first one. Boy, his confidence level. And then you see Adam Eskridge, the head coach for Culver City. But Delano Beckles, his game has just done a 180 and gone in the right direction.
And it's just taken it's taken me some time to get used to his new do. You're used to the Beckles pigtails. And
nice save by Newman to Delano, gets his man up in the air. Nice play. Good control by Delano Beckles. He has 5 points.
And now you're starting to see the separation, Lou, between this Lawndale Cardinal team and the Culver City Centaurs.
But now, Shemezi Matu commits his second foul.
Well,
as Kyle Johnson missed the shot.
So, a little bit of a problem for Coach Brownlee.
Johnson misses the first one. Shemezi comes out, and back into the ball game is Chris White. Now, is he going to UTEP?
That's what we've been told. That's what we have announced.
And the second one, that misses too. So Kyle Johnson uncharacteristically missed, and did see a scout or a coach from UTEP here at the game tonight. Newman with it with 6:44 left to go in the half. Chris White with the left hand. No, won't go down. Rebound by Jones. Jump ball. Possession arrow faces the Cardinals. And
it looks like we're going to have a foul called on the play instead. The official, Mark Harvey, is going to say that number 4 was holding. That's Isaiah Benson.
Okay. So originally I thought it was, did I see it wrong?
Well, no. One official called it, but he said, hey, the foul took place. That's why he was able to create the jump ball, because he was holding it.
So Newman gets the inbound. Now it's back down, skipped back out. And he has a two-handed set shot. Won't go down. Pinkard gets it back to Brandon. A new 35. And Pinkard with a three-pointer. That's short. Rebound is volleyballed and taken by Njoku. And he brings it across himself, going against Newman. Passed it off. Three-point shot taken by Nakamoto. Won't get it. And here comes Delano. Missed the dunk. And Nakamoto with it. There's two Cardinals in the backcourt. So advantage to the Centaurs. Jones, though, blocks the shot from Thompson. Now the ball gets back to DeRay. He's a long three, and he buries it. So 4 points for DeRay Thompson. And they really needed that one. First bucket for the Centaurs. And here comes Thompson again.
Wow. And right now, newfound spirit, you're going to have a foul called against the Centaurs, and you had two guys there. You had Broderick Jones and Brandon Newman. Let's see. And they're going to give that one to Jones.
That was a pick'em there. So first personal, 7th team foul. So into the bonus go the Centaurs.
So again, the Centaurs hanging around, Luke. The Cardinals had a couple of trips there to create a little more separation. They lead by 7 here with 5:32 left. But they didn't but the Cardinals haven't maximized their chances to put this team away, and they're letting them hang in here, although we're still early in the first half or in the second quarter.
Yeah, they started off the second quarter. I'm sure Chris Brownlee said, just play your game and do your passing. But then the Centaurs changed around a little bit. And it's still a 6-point lead for the Cardinals. A 3-point shot by White. No, rebound is poked up once, twice by Pinkard. And the rebound now is taken by Njoku of Culver City, but it's stolen back by Jones.
You know, I like seeing the Cardinals attack the basket, but I think, and everybody, you know, every fan loves to see a slam dunk. But I think you can't make that your go-to shot. You need to make a good basketball shot your go-to shot.
Now Brandon had an easy pickup there, an easy turnover if he would have just seen the ball at his feet. But the Centaurs still have it with 4:45 left to go, and a carryover turnover by DeRay Thompson. That's turnover number 8. Pinkard will sit down. TJ Johnson back in.
Johnson a little more sure-handed ball handler than is Pinkard. And that's one of the things that Coach Brownlee is seeing that he thinks his team needs is just good ball management.
Ball in the corner, comes back out to TJ, over to Newman. Now to TJ, he'll take a long three, that won't go. Rebound is bounced around off of White. Nope, they say it's off of Isaiah Benson of Culver City. So 33 seconds left on the shot clock for Culver City. Excuse me, Lawndale. Playing Culver City. And home opener and Ocean League opener.
And right now, Teresa Me Too having to ride the pine because of the 2 fouls here in the second quarter.
A travel called on the Cardinals, so they turn it over. Only their 3rd turnover. Kyle Johnson back in the game for Tyler Nakamoto. Kyle Johnson. Did I say Tyler Johnson?
Right.
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson.
Three-quarter court pressure being applied by the Lawndale Cardinals, wanting to make this team work a little bit for their baskets.
Ben Arena gets it back out to Johnson, uses Jones as a springboard, but the rebound comes off to the Cardinals. 3:45 left in the half. Nice move by White to go baseline. And Jones.
Wow. Jones tried to slam it, but, you know, the closest thing that was to him was air, and that's what he got, so the ball goes out of bounds against him. Once again, that's what I was just mentioning. Again, this passion for the slam dunk is understandable. But hey, let's do some stuff like that. Let's just score a layup just like Brandon Newman just did.
So Brandon off of the turnover and a TJ assist. It looked like Ben Arena on that foiled slam attempt was Ben Arena was in the way there. So he may have had something to do with it, but DeRay Thompson's shot won't go down, and rebound is free, taken by Johnson. And back comes Benson. Nope.
That was one of those, you get it, I'm going to get it, you know you get it, so he ended up nobody got it. But that time Broderick Jones on that shot controls the board.
Snedeker underneath to Jones, and one. Broderick Jones with just 4 points, Rufus. Trying to get the old-fashioned three.
But what a luxury it is, Lou, to have a 6'10" guy who's going to a D1 school, having to sit on your bench due to foul trouble, and you bring in another 6'10" guy, or you know, you have another 6'10" who can be on the floor who's going to another D1 school. Yeah, an abundance of riches for Coach Brownlee and Coach Porter, and they have coached these young men well.
So three-point play is in the books. 5 points for Buddha Jones, and the ball goes out of bounds. And a full timeout on the floor with 2:40 left to go in the second quarter. And a 9-point, check that, 11-point Cardinal lead. Last time we checked, it was a 6-point lead. So a little 5-0 run put up on the board. Let's go over to Tamara.
Coming into the game, Lawndale was favored to win, but Culver City has done a great job playing as a cohesive unit. If they can keep it going, they'll give themselves a chance to win this ball game. Back to you, Lou.
Thanks, Tamara. And I'm going to talk about some of the banners that are up here. I mean, these aren't just banners. These are works of art. If you look around the arena, the Cardinal Nest, and they're just beautiful. Put up by the different student bodies here, from the freshmen to the seniors, and we'll get some pictures of those and maybe some stories behind them. Also noticing some banners that are being hung from football and basketball and individual champions, and that's nice.
It's very nice, and just by way of explanation, sometimes the folks will see some of these from 1966 and see a gap that doesn't come back to 2012, and they go, wow, that was a long drought. Well, part of the explanation is that the school was closed for 20 years. It only reopened in the last 5-6 years because of increasing student enrollment in the area. And boy, when they reopened it, I mean, they built virtually a brand new campus.
Yeah, they sure did, and it's absolutely beautiful. But well, it did. I thought Chris Brownlee might have got a coupon to Bed Bath & Beyond, but I think there's only one towel out there. That's been a problem out here. I'm going to have to get him one of those discount coupons. That's 2 coupons I got to give to school.
There you go.
That's what we do. TJ Johnson gets it back from Snedeker. Now over to Pinkard. Give and go to Pinkard from Jones. Doing a little bit of reversing there, role reversing. First or second basket for Pinkard. He has 4. Shot is tipped up in the air, but Buddha's there for the rebound. Here comes Jones on the fast break.
Good. And he was fouled on the shot attempt, so that's going to send him to the line to shoot 2. Foul right there.
On Arena.
Number 12, Arena.
So Big Ben with his first personal, 5th team foul. And going to the line to try to get his first point of the ball game is T.J. Johnson. And that's off the mark. Adam Estridge, 25 and 38 in his 3rd year. Second one is up and in. 1 point for TJ. Ball is stolen by Snedeker. Another turnover. And they're going to slow it down. Under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Lawndale in control for now.
And bear in mind, they've had to go throughout most of this quarter. Another assist by Broderick Jones to Quincy Pinkert.
That's nice to see that he can really throw a dart underneath. 3-pointer by Kyle Johnson won't go down. Rebound is off to Snedeker, and they're off and running. Snedeker back out, but TJ was too far in. Thompson puts up the layup, won't go down. Nice defense by Quincy.
And you're going to have a foul over the back. That's an easy one to call. That was against number 12, and is that Chris Murray?
Yes, it is. So the quarterback comes in and makes a, well, that would have been pass interference, except in Dallas.
Right.
Sorry,
well,
Jose.
You know, hey, Dallas got an opportunity to see what that felt like this past Sunday.
Yep. Karma is a dish served very cold on the frozen tundra. First point in a long time. That's breaks a 10-0 run.
Right.
Broderick's sits down. Coming in for the first time is Kenny Sherman. Also in the ball game is David Broster, the forgotten man. We get to see the forgotten man tonight.
And that's Broster, number 5.
Yes. Second free throw up and in. 7 points for DeRay. Bounce pass. Oh, nice pass. Here comes TJ. Lays it up and in. Beautiful pass by Quincy Pinkert. Just saw this white uniform kind of streak by us.
And that's the mark of a good team, a very unselfish team. We've seen Broderick Jones make a number of assists, and now Coach has both of them off the floor because he doesn't want to risk a second foul for Jones, as Sherman looks like he's going to pick up this one.
And 8 points for Johnson. Now has the old-fashioned try. Yep, Kenny Sherman. Now, you know, Kenny Sherman is 6'6", but once you've seen Shemezi and Buddha out there, the 3-point play is made. 9 points for Kyle Johnson. Kenny looks a little short out there, but he makes his first basket of the game. How can you call a 6'6" guy shorty?
Right.
Coming down to 33 seconds left to go, and in the ball game, Xavier Davis Sowell, and the shot goes off the back of the board, or the side of the board, and it's stolen right back by DeRay Thompson. Boy, they need ice skates out there or something. Here comes Johnson with the 3-point shot. Nope. Sherman with the rebound, and he's fouled by Johnson.
Yep.
And Kyle Johnson acting like Magic Johnson, saying, that me?
Right. Well, we saw that from here. And, of course, it's going to be a 1-and-1 to send Sherman to the line.
So Kyle, that's his second personal to go along with his 9 points. 15-point Lawndale lead, and Kenny with 2 points trying to add on a couple of more. Misses the first one on the 1-and-1. So 5 seconds left to go. Xavier passes it out of bounds. So 11 turnovers for the Centaurs. And the buzzer, the clock didn't go off.
And the official I think he's going to indicate that it's halftime just because he has knowledge that 2.2 seconds should have expired by the time they got the ball in the front court.
Well, we had an oops moment, and our usually efficient clock keeper.
Well, what happens is that they start watching the game instead of watching the clock. But that's easy to do. Coach Karen Bright with Coach Brownlee.
Coach, this is a totally new look from your team from what we've seen so far all season. They look like they're more engaged on the floor. Everybody's getting involved in every single play. What's changed?
That's from the outside looking in. From the inside looking in, we could be much better. So we're a little sloppy out there. It's just a lot more things that we could do and improve on.
For the second half, what are we going to look for from your team?
We're looking to more in the pass lanes, more deflections, and doing a better job on the boards.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you very much, Karen. And what a quarter for the Cardinals, despite things. 20-9 it was the score in the second quarter, and leading the way for the Cardinals with 9 points, Shemezi Matu, but he's on the bench. I'll tell you what, Lawndale looks okay without the two big guys out there. They're confident, and I did talk to to Delano and to Brandon, say, how is it playing out there without your bigs if they got in foul trouble? He says, we have no problem with that.
And they look okay here. There'll be some other league games like Santa Monica Friday night that we'll see that they won't want to do that, but it is good for the team to learn how to play without one or the other or both of them. And they did a very good job against this game Culver City Centaur team.
All right, so the score 34-19 in favor of Lawndale. We'll be back in the third quarter right after this.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Just before the third quarter action, 34-19 is our score. The Cardinals and the Centaurs. Not only is it the Ocean League opener, it's also the home opener for the Lawndale Cardinals. And leading scorers, let's go down the score list for the Centaurs. 7 points for DeRay Thompson, 2 for Keelan Green, 1 for Tyler Nakamoto, 9 points for Kyle Johnson, and 2 for Malik McClin. For the Cardinals, 3 points for TJ Johnson, 5 points for Buda Jones, 6 for Quincy Pinkard, 9 for Shemezi Matu, 7 in the first quarter, 2 for Brandon Newman, 2 for Kenny Sherman, and 5 points for Delano Beckles. So third quarter just about ready to get underway. It'll be Chris White inbounding the ball and gets it to TJ Johnson. Delano Beckles tried to get the pass over to Shemezi, but it goes out of bounds, and the first turnover goes to the Cardinals now with 5 turnovers in the game, 11 turnovers for Culver City Centaurs. And Rufus, what would you tell the Cardinals if you were Chris Brownlee?
I tell them just to feed the big men inside, a steady diet.
Feed the big dog, he'll guard the yard. That's what Marcus Johnson used to say.
And tell him to work for shots and not dunks.
See a little bit of a different look for the Centaurs opening up the second half. And Njoku dribbled it out of bounds, but it might have been poked out of bounds. Starting the second half is Malik McClin. Actually, he did start the first. It's the same starting lineup for both teams coming out into the third quarter. So a foul was committed by the Cardinals. Don't know who it was on. Didn't see who it was on. Then Njoku down in the corner Three-pointer put up, won't go down for Thompson, and the rebound comes out to Snedeker. TJ gets it to White. Check that, that was Delano that got that rebound. Air ball, Njoku for Culver City, and a good defensive play by TJ to steal it right back. Beckles waiting for his team to get back on side.
And to reset the offense, and that's a sign of a good floor general.
Block shot by Arena, now down underneath, and a whistle.
Looks like it's going against number 12, and that's Arena. Number 2 on Arena for the game. 34-19, where we ended the second quarter. We're only a minute and 15 seconds into the third.
Ball down on the baseline to Shemezi. Skips it across to White, now baseline for TJ, and the teardrop falls. His second field goal of the game, Rufus.
And he's starting to get, it looks like he's starting to get uncranked a little bit, Lou.
Ball down low to Johnson. Good defense by the Cardinals. And the shot is blocked away by Jones from Chris Williams in the ball game. And now the ball is poked away. Here comes Delano.
Wow.
And Malik McClin with the foul there, as he just did a hockey hip check on Delano Beckles. That should be the third on Malik.
That's one of those you could almost call it an intentional foul, only because, I mean, there's no real effort to defend the ball.
Well, they're giving Delano 2 shots at the line. He makes the first one. And he now has 6 points. Four out of 5, now 5 out of 6 from the line tonight, and 7 points. So 38-19, McClin with the nice little layup.
Well, what was nice about that play was that Me Too and big men are prone to always want to try to block everything. He understands that he has 2 fouls and it's still early in the third, so he chooses not to attempt to block the play.
Shemezi went up too soon for that high rebound, so Johnson comes up and was a little short on the layup. So the rebound comes off to Lawndale, and back they come with 5:25 left in the third quarter. Delano skips it across to White for 3. That won't go down. Rebound to Shemezi. The 2, no look pass, and that one would have been out to the baseball field if.
Right, but for the wall there.
So that's turnover number 6. So I guess you got to be on the lookout. And by Shemezi's reaction.
Okay, now that foul going on TJ.
So is that his second, I believe?
That's the second by my count.
And the second team foul, so it's out of bounds. Culver City with 5:03 left to go, and calling a timeout is DeRay Thompson. And it's tough when you got a 6'10" white shirt in front of you.
And DeRay saw that the official had gotten to 4 on that 5-second count and decided perhaps he had better go ahead and call a timeout.
So with 5:03 left to go in the third quarter, only 1 bucket scored by Culver City. And 4 points scored by the Cardinals. Let's go to Tamara.
By double digits, Culver City head coach Adam Eskridge told me if his team can rebound and take care of the ball, they'll still have a shot.
Okay, thanks, Tamara. Appreciate it. So now Malik McClin will inbound the ball. In the ball game, Chris Williams as well. along with DeRay Thompson, Kyle Johnson, and Ben Arena. Getting some movement out there, and Thompson gets the inbound pass. Thompson, a little bit of a zone defense now by the Cardinals. Gets the cross to McLean, underneath to Arena. He is quadruple teamed. And nice move by Williams, but the ball wouldn't cooperate, and the ball is knocked out of bounds off of the Cardinals. A new 35 for the Centaurs.
And what a zone defense does for you, Lou, is that it protects your players who are in foul trouble. And right now, that's a little bit, because you don't want them chasing man-to-man, which makes you much more prone to fouls. A block there by Broderick Jones has done everything tonight. He's got assists, he's got blocks, he's got points.
Shemezi to Josie, and he missed the slam there. But Shemezi gets the rebound and says, I think I'll just put it up there nice and soft. Get the point. 11 now for Shemezi. TJ with his third personal, Rufus.
And TJ knows what that means.
Here comes Newman. In for TJ. So Johnson starting to heat up with 5 points, and Brandon Newman with 2 points. But his defense really is the difference maker for him. As Adam Eskridge, the head coach of the Centaurs, knows that there's a big hill to climb, but it's climbable. Down by 19.
Well, he's got 12 minutes to climb it. Barring overtime, of course.
DeRay Thompson trying to get around Newman. McClin. And the zone defense makes it doubly tough, and the pass goes right into the hand of Delano Beckles. Reverse layup by Brandon Newman. Speed for Brandon with 4 points, 42-21. And Newman gets the foul on that one. He thought he got all ball, Rufus, on the shot by DeRay Thompson, who'll go to the line to shoot 2. Newman with his second personal. There you see it. Did he get all ball? He got all ball, but maybe some body connected, huh?
That's what it looks like, because you're right. Up top, clean block, and we've got a timeout.
Let's take a peek at it again.
That's ball. Okay. You can start, well, no. There you are. It's
right there on the arm?
It's across the arm after the block.
Okay. Francisco Castillo on the replay reel, on the replay knob and dial. He is Tom Strickfadden's #1 tonight. Everybody's Tom's #1 tonight. It's good to see Sergio. Sergio back in the saddle. He's, I don't know, is he on suspension or something on the crew? Oh, he was on a movie. You know what? He had to be a star on the movie. He's got those rugged, handsome, good looks. And of course,
handsome and good looks. I'm not quite sure Sergio qualifies as rugged.
Really?
No, really.
I don't know. He's now, I don't know. Adam Eskridge, is that rugged? No. First shot rims out for DeRay Thompson. Well, you know, you got to watch out for those wiry guys, my dad always said. Got a foul underneath, and that's going to be on Arenas, and that should be his third personal. Also, our camera guys up top, kind of like the guys that are going up the face of El Capitan, Eric Chavez and Jose Bravo. We can't forget Mamdou.
No, we cannot.
And making her first appearance this season. Oh, a nice little tip in by Shemezi on the alley-oop. 13, a baker's dozen for Shemezi. Arena with it. And we can't forget our first sighting of Amanda Blankenship.
And now the Culver City Centaurs finding it a little difficult to find shots as Broderick Jones puts it up and in.
7 points for Buddha, and he must be, both of the guys must be listening to you, Rufus. Don't have to break the rim to ring up the score.
There you go.
46-21, 2:52 left to go in the third quarter. And the ball rolls out of bounds. And just watching Adam Eskridge there kind of brought back some memories of Quincy University and Steve Hawkins, another John Wooden disciple who's now coaching for the Western Michigan Broncos. If he had an opportunity to scream in your ear and stomp his foot, he would. And probably still does. Chris Williams had the ball, and now a whistle. Did we have another clock?
Yeah.
Malfunction. So the ball will be out of bounds right in front of you.
It's currently at 2:35. Let's see how far Mike Morris has the table take the clock down.
No, it's a shot clock. Now that's running down.
Well, it's still running and running. I mean, it's like the Energizer Bunny. It's just ticking. Okay, it ticked all the way down to 8 from about 30.
Okay. It's kind of like the slot machine when you're there. It just empties out.
Long time. And that's what I was about to say. Shot clock violation. Centaurs lost track of the fact that the clock had been wound down to 8 seconds. They were still running their full offensive set and picked up the turnover.
Jones has it. Now over to Delano, back to Newman. Delano with it. Gets it to Newman. With the head fake, gets it back to Delano. Goes down the lane, almost double team, but Jones gets it back. Pinkard with it, and he rolls it in. Nice baseline jumper, first bucket of the second half for Quincy.
All that set up by good ball movement. There must have been there were at least a half a dozen passes on that play by the Cardinals.
And that shows togetherness too, doesn't it? Good defense by Quincy as Arena has it. And swatted away by Buddha. Says Brodericks. Boom.
Well, we've got one award winner tonight already in the bag for sure. Now,
yes,
we don't
sir.
know which one. The question is, who's going to be the second award winner tonight for the Lawndale Cardinals?
All right. Under 1:30 left and another steal. 15 turnovers for Culver City. Delano Beckles, Brandon Newman, Quincy Pinkard. Broderick Jones double team. Gets it out to Newman.
And that's what you do. You pass out of the double team instead of trying to dribble out of it. And that foul there was easy for Mike Morris to call as number 3, Chris Williams. Not sure what he was doing, but he just grabbed Snedeker around the waist, as you'll see on the play. On the replay there, there's the foul clearly in front of the official. Whistle going to the line is DeAndre.
Well, he's still watching that Dallas Cowboys secondary.
Right.
Snedeker right down the middle. DeAndre scoring his first point since the first quarter. Trying to make it an even 50. And does. Well, it looks like he's been practicing.
Well, the whole team has been practicing, and they force another turnover. And DeAndre goes the other way, and he scores another basket.
A half a dozen all of a sudden, as Culver City had an easy layup, but for some reason couldn't complete it. Now they've got fumbleitis, so Thompson puts up a 3. That won't go. Jones says, that's mine. Pass out to Pinker. Delano Beckles. No foul on that one.
No foul and no timeout yet taken by Coach Estridge. And you kind of expect at any moment he's going to call one where his team trailing by 33 points now.
Shot off the mark. Here comes Delano again. And a foul. And let's hope that Delano gets up in one piece. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 this time. And that's on Arena again. So that, by my count, is number 4.
Yep.
So Delano Beckles with 9 points in the battle for one of the post-game awards. You have really created a firestorm, Rufus, with your tip of the hat. We may have to go to one of those dollar type stores and get a hat to give out.
No. We can't dishonor the legacy of the tip of the hat with that, brother.
Well, I'm just saying we're working on this budget here. Quincy Pinkert has it. Skipped over, just barely out of the reach of Williams. Now Delano and over to, here we go, to Snedeker from Newman. Just a little too short. 1 second left, and Arena throws it short, and the third quarter comes to an end.
And a third quarter, Lou, in which they were held to 2 points. At the half, it was 34-19. Now at the end of 3, it's 55-21.
That's right, and a 21-point outburst by the Cardinals, so 21-2. Now here, we were talking about Culver City and their preseason schedule. They started off with Harvard-Westlake, were bombed 31, excuse me. Then Mater Dei, 89-26. And also Miracosta was in there. 69-29 was the loss there. So these Centaurs have played a huge preseason schedule, but now we see why there's just not enough bullets in their gun.
Exactly. And this is turning out to be another one of those, although they had some good close wins in between. You know, right now they're 7 up and 9 down, going to 7 up and 10 down by the time this one's over.
Ooh, DeAndre Snedeker with the block and the foul. So that's just his first personal, Rufus, 5th team foul. That's a good basketball play right there. I'll take that foul anytime. He thought he got all ball there as well.
And that sends Chris Williams to the line to shoot 2.
Makes the first one. That's their first point since around the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, Rufus. Second one goes in as well. Shot taken and blocked as coming in the ball game for the first time is number 23. Don't have him on our roster. Could it be Daryl Gamage? Don't know. Maybe Tamara could find out for us. So 17-0 run put on by the Cardinals to close out the third quarter, Rufus.
And right now, Coach Brownlee has definitely gone into his bench a bit. We've got Chris Murray, the quarterback, out there. He just came up with that rebound. So you got Murray, Newman, Snedeker, Pinkert, and number 23.
You know, we might not see Messrs. Jones or Matu the rest of the game. And Murray's pass a little bit too high. Is that on Arena again?
No, well, we're going to see. No, it wasn't Arena, obviously, because that would have been 5. I think he gave it to number 11.
Nope. Here comes Ben.
Oh, okay, well, that was 5 then.
Fouled out, 7:06 of the 4th. And Ben ends the night without getting on the scorecard. So coming in for him is Malik McClin. Quincy Pinkard with it. Over to number 23. Gets it back. Chris White will be in next whistle, and Newman's shot won't go in, but the rebound is put up and in by Chris Murray, his first bucket of the game. McClin with it. No-look pass is off the mark and stolen. Actually went off the hands of Nakamoto, the intended receiver.
And I would think that what Coach Brownlee wants out of Murray is really to kind of develop him into for a next year player.
3-point shot. Oh, looks like he's a this year player. 5 points for Chris. So it's 60-23, or was that a long 2?
I thought it was a 3, but
sure looked like a 3. It looked like it was about 22, 23 feet away. David Broster, call him the forgotten man. There's number 23. Looks like a youngster. Now, if we can get Tamara to
let's see if we can
find out who it is. Now here comes David Broster in for Quincy Pinkard. His day may be done. That might be done. And DeAndre Snedeker also coming out. Chris White coming in. When you talk about depth, here's your depth team. White with a 3. That's off the mark. Rebound is off. White gets it. Brandon Newman. To White, back to Newman. 23 has it with the shot off the iron. And the rebound is being battled for and off of the hands of Murray. So it'll be Centaur ball with 5:34 left to go. And out of the ball game is McClin, and back in is Kyle Johnson. Johnson is yet to score here in the second half, has 9 points, as Nicky Green is in the ball game. Green is just a freshman. Young team, youngsters got to get that experience.
They got to, and of course this is a tough place, a tough arena, and a tough team to have to get it against.
Absolutely. Chris White. Now it's down low to Broster. Broster, a 6'3" senior. Step back in. Shot won't go down, and saved by Chris White. Newman coming down the lane. Stops, shoots, scores. Newman with a half a dozen. Now they're calling it, still calling it a 2. So it's 61-23. It being the alleged, what I thought was a 3-pointer. But now it's stolen away by White. Gets it over to Broster. His shot was blocked.
Didn't attack the basket strong enough. And that's what happens when you go up weak. You get it back at you.
So Johnson's still playing out there with a lot of heart. He earned 2 shots at the line. Broster with his first personal. 16 foul. And Johnson gets his first point since the second quarter, has now 10. Second one is short. Rebound is off to Murray. Can he pick it up? Yep. Here he comes on a 2-on-2. Pass just a little long for White, but is saved by Mr. 23. Sherman in the ball game. A 3. That is a 3, definitely by Broster.
61-24, a score with 4 minutes left in the game.
Should be 64-24 after that 3. Just need to update the scoreboard. Turnaround jump shot. Sherman with a foul. Keelan Green in the ball game. His shot wouldn't go down.
And boy, they finally put the three-pointer up there. You're right. I looked up at the board and just read what was there. A 40-point ball game now, and what you're going to have is a running clock rest of the way by rule. I'm told that number 23, Lou, is Terrell Johnson.
Okay, Terrell Johnson. Oh, okay, so he's 32 tonight. He's listed as, they're 23. He's 32 on the roster. So thank whoever gave you that information. Second shot no good by Green. He has 3 points and a three-pointer put up by David Broster. All of a sudden he has a half a dozen. Uh-oh, are we getting some competition here for the tip of the hat? And that shot put up and in by Nicky Green, his first bucket of the game. 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. So Terrell, I believe that's TJ's little brother. Terrell is a 5'11" sophomore. Sherman with a three, just missed. Rebound to White. He puts it up too hard. Murray with it, and the quarterback with a nice little soft touch with 7 points. Ball is picked up on the turnover. Chris Murray.
Wow.
Good job by Murray to hide the ball and use his behind as Kyle Johnson commits his third foul. The old hip check. So it's a 1-and-1, but it's a two-shot foul for Chris, who now has 8 points. So a 33-point edge as the clock is rolling. 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Sherman with the rebound, gets it back out to the quarterback.
Just a minor mathematical correction. That's a 43-point edge.
Pardon me, you're right.
That's why we got a running clock actually, which will run the rest of the way. If you notice, it won't stop because that's a CIF rule. 40-point lead in the fourth quarter, running clock rest of the way.
David Broster walked halfway to the parking lot and turns the ball over. So good defense by the Centaurs. They're still playing hard. Shot taken and just short. Rebound is taken by Johnson. Terrell passes it off to Sherman. Air ball out of bounds. Thought it went off a Centaur. It did. With under a minute left to go.
The clock will continue to run in a game that is
air ball by Terrell.
Hasn't been in doubt for quite some time. Literally, certainly since the end of the third quarter, and quite frankly, at halftime when it was 34-19, you could see the avalanche coming.
Elliot Stanger also in the ball game, and I recognize that name from the football roster. And there you see Nicky Green, freshman point guard. Going to the line to shoot two is Nicky Green.
Well, Mickey, you need to get your shot up and try to get your second one before the clock expires. Game's over.
So on that, with the rolling clock, doesn't matter. Right. It is over. 70-27. Well, 6 points for the Centaurs in the fourth quarter. A total of 8 in the second half. And for the Cardinals, 25 points.
Well, it was a big second half for the Cardinals as they put up 36 points in the half. And of course, again, just came away with a commanding victory. And boy, you know, they've made their presence felt here in the Ocean League 2014-15. Of course, Friday night, we get a chance to see just how good this team really is as they take on the Samoa High Vikings. But at least for another 24 hours, Lou, they get to enjoy a very, very impressive victory.
That's right, and let's go out to courtside. Is Karen Bright ready? Let's see it, Tom, if Karen's ready. Doesn't look like it yet. But it was an impressive win, not only how the Cardinals did it, but they got to use most all of their guys.
Yep.
And let's go out to Karen.
Team was performing. How do you feel after the second half of play?
We played okay. We still were a little sloppy and rough around the edges. It's not going to be good enough to beat Santa Monica or Beverly right now, who are the top of the hill of this league. So we're going to have to sharpen some things up tomorrow. We got Santa Monica, who was a co-champion a year ago or shared at 8-2 with Ocean League. We got Samoa and Beverly back-to-back. And then we still have to go to Culver City again. So, you know, it's just league play. You know, we have to play, and we just have to continue improving.
Now, I know from our talks before that you guys weren't trying to run up the score in the second half, that you were working on specific things. What were those things?
We were working on our zone defense and how our aggression is on the defensive end. We're still not good at sprinting to help. That's more technical. But we're not doing a lot of things that are really behind the scenes. So we just got to work on us and go from there. But like I was saying, this effort is not going to be good enough for Friday night. We got to do much better to beat a good Santa Monica team that's going to be much bigger than when we first saw them.
Well, at least you did get your first Ocean League win. Congratulations. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Karen. And in typical head coach fashion, yeah, we beat him by 40-something, but it wasn't good enough.
Well, I think what Coach Brownlee was saying in coach speak is that there's some stuff that guys are doing out on the floor that is not what we're coaching them to do, okay? I'm going to go out on a limb, but we've got Tamara right now with Coach Mark Estrus, so let's go, Adam Estrus, let's go over to Tamara.
Coach, your team came out with a lot of energy in that first quarter. What changed?
I think we just didn't take care of the ball real well in the second half, and we wore down. I mean, when you're constantly giving up those offensive rebounds, that was tough on us. But I think we fought all the way. I think Lawndale just kind of caught on to some of the things we were trying to do, and we didn't have the answers after that.
What do you tell your team after a loss like this?
Well, hopefully that, you know, we learned something. We're such a young team. Hopefully we pick up something that we can do better next time we play these guys. And, you know, the reality was our target in league is some of our other opponents, you know, the El Segundos and Hawthorns of the world. So we got to bounce back. We play at home on Friday, so we got to be ready to go.
All right, Coach, thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, Tamara, thank you very much. And Rufus, yep, it's back to the drawing board for Adam Eskridge and the Culver City Centaurs, but you know they're not going anywhere.
No, they're not going anywhere again. They were a bit overmatched by the athleticism and just the depth of this Lawndale Cardinal basketball team. I want to complete, though, the thought that I was making right before we went to Tamara, and we were talking about what Coach Brownlee said in terms of behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm going to take a guess, and this is only my guess. One of those behind-the-scene items is, and again, high school players are prone to this. I mean, they have a passion for it. This whole thing with slam dunks, okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they excite the crowd. Yeah, they make you feel good. But I think if we went back and look at the number of lost possessions, they had 4 or 5 lost possessions on slam dunks that did not convert, okay?
Okay.
And that's not something that's coached. You know, you take a dunk within the flow of the offense. You don't go out and try to get a slam dunk. And we mentioned that the other night. I think, for me, that's one of the things in terms of coach speak that he was saying the guys are doing, that's not what we're asking them to do.
All right. Well, we're going to do our post-game selections for our awards. And right now we'll take a quick break and be back after this.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut. home of the 2011 National Championship Yukon Huskies basketball team, and you're losing your Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
(70-27) our final score, and let's go to Karen, and she has Broderick Jones.
All right, well, you guys had a definitive win tonight, but you played hard the whole game. I talked to your coach. You weren't trying to run up the scoreboard. What were you guys doing?
Just playing smart. That's it. We have to play smart. So we have like a thing that we can blow big leads at times in games. So we just play smart and hard today.
Now, you told me earlier in the week that you guys have been working on the team chemistry, working on playing together. How do you think it went tonight?
It was pretty decent. It wasn't as good, but it was pretty decent.
And what do we have to look forward to on Friday against Santa Monica?
We just play hard. Just play hard, and that's a team. So that's all we got to do.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Karen. And
in true Buddha fashion, not a whole long-winded answer. Just, hey, right to the point.
That's right, right to the point. Very Zen-like. That's right. It kind of, what do they call that? The little poems there. But well, we'll move on there.
Well, they call it the Marshawn Lynch imitation.
There you go. Well, some of the scoring for you, unless we have our next guest. All right, well, let's go down the court, and here's Tamara.
How would you access tonight's game?
I think we just came out, played hard, just got easy buckets, and got the W.
You guys were up by 30, and you were pleading with your coach, please don't take me out of the game. Why is that?
I just wanted to get some run in, get ready for Santa Monica on Friday. That's pretty much it.
How do you carry a win over like this, playing against Santa Monica?
We just got to go back to practice and just do what we've been doing and just get focused for Santa Monica on Friday.
I know you guys had a bit of a slow start, but the second half you came out and dominated. What did Coach tell you guys at halftime?
He just told us to just turn it up on defense, offense, and just stop playing around with them, and that's what we did.
All right, thanks, and congrats on the win. Okay, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Tamara. And now, well, why don't we? You want to extend the suspense here, and we'll go over the scoring first.
I think there are people out there clamoring to know right now.
I think we should keep them in suspense. For the Culver City Centaurs, 7 points for DeRay Thompson, 2 points for Chris Williams, 3 for Kalen Green, 1 for Tyler Nakamoto. Ben Arena had a tough assignment tonight as he was the center, so he had to face Shemezi and Broderick's all night long. And poor kid got wore out, no points, and fouled out with about 7:06 left to go in the ball game. Kyle Johnson was the leading scorer with 10 points. Actually had a good first half, Rufus, but then only had 1 point in the second half. 3 points for Malik McClin, who's just a sophomore. And I tell you what, Malik looks like he's going to be a pretty good player come next year or the end of this year. So
exactly.
Good luck to the Centaurs. Also Nicky Green getting some good minutes, the freshman. He came in pretty highly touted. So good luck to the Centaurs. And let's now go over to the Lawndale Cardinals. You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. That wasn't Ebola or anything, was it?
No,
okay.
No, that couldn't be helped, though.
It wasn't measles or the flu? You had all your shots?
Everything.
All right. Okay. You can send your get well cards to. Okay. 5 points for T.J. Johnson, 7 points for Broderick Jones, 8 points for Quincy Pinkard, 13 for Shemezi in limited action, 6 points each for David Broster with 2 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. And the forgotten man is not forgotten anymore. 6 points for Brandon Murray, 8 points for Chris Murray. And that was all in the fourth quarter. 2 points for Kenny Sherman, 6 points for DeAndre Snedeker, who had a terrific ball game tonight, I thought. probably the best game that we've seen him play. And 10 points for Delano Beckles. So now, drum roll, please. Who is our, now what, I keep forgetting, do we do the player of the game? Yeah, we do the player of the game first because the tip of the hat, and player of the game. Anybody can be player of the game.
No, it takes a special performance, and we had one tonight.
Sure
and I'll let you talk about the young man, but boy, he put on a show for us.
That's right. Broderick Jones had 7 points tonight, but on defense, that's where he really made the difference in making some terrific passes underneath and getting the defense to come out to him, but making those nice passes underneath to help out the guys doing those layups. So Broderick Jones, you are our player of the game. And who, pray tell, is the tip of the hat?
Well, the tip of the hat
First of all, we got to see the brim.
Was a contributor. Let you get the inside first. This is nice Stacey Adams. This is blue, in case you can't see it in there, of course.
That feather. Let's see the feather. Get that.
There's a feather, but as you can see, the tip of the hat goes to a young man tonight. Number 2. Wears jersey number 2 for the Lawndale Cardinals. Played an outstanding game on both ends of the floor. Contributed about 8 points, I think, by our record. But more importantly, contributed on the boards and defensively. And that was none other than Quincy Pinkert. So, Quincy, hey, you are CityTV's Tip of the Hat Award winner tonight for your performance against the Culver City Centaurs.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up here from Hawthorne High School, Lawndale High School. And our final score again, 70-27. Lawndale winning not only their first home game of the season, but also the first Ocean League game of the season. And it's going to be a lot of fun come Friday night when Samo High's Vikings land at the dock. Now, for Rufus Washington and for Karen Bright and Tamara Lata, this is Lou Stowers telling you, oh, I can't forget the 3-time Star Award winning crew led by Tom Strickfaden. And we're going to see you Friday night. Until next time, so long.